is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
Hello, good evening. It is Friday night, as always. Good evening to everybody if you're watching us in the Pacific. Good evening to everybody. And if you're watching us in the Philippines, it is a beautiful Saturday afternoon. So, happy viewing to everybody. Magandang tanghali sa inyong lahat. As always, I hope you have a wonderful lunch with your friends, family, loved ones, and significant others. And if you're watching us in different parts of the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. As always, we are live on PHLV Radio YouTube channel. So if you're not a subscriber yet, please do subscribe. And if you want to be notified every time we're on, just click on that notification bell. So you will be notified every time there is a show on PHLV Radio. And if you're using Amazon Fire TV, is so easy. Just look for PHLV Radio channel. And if you're using Alexa, all you have to do is say, Alexa, play PHLV Radio. Simultaneously, we are also live in different audio podcasts, namely Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. And as always, if you have any questions or comments on our shows or the station, if you want to know more information, just log on to our www.phlbradio.com. Ayan. Nako, ang dami natin ngayong si Christian Esteban is watching. Happy viewing to everybody, and hi Christian. And then also si Cha is watching as well from the Philippines. So happy viewing to everybody. Tonight is an exciting night. What happened is, we remember last Friday, last Friday or last Saturday, on whatever you guys are, when we talk about the MIFF, the Manila International Festival, which was it was the first ever that was done outside of the Philippines. It was done here in Los Angeles, and it was from February. Well, it was from the 29th of January up to February 1st for the festival, and then of course the gala was done on the Friday, February 2nd, and of course the show AlamMoBa went on for 3 hours. That was a record for us last Friday, and a lot of you parang nabitin pa daw. So. And we omitted some of the videos simply because it's already we went on 3 hours already. So what we decided to do is, on the gala, which was the bulk, that's the awarding of the best pictures, best actress, best actor, best cinematographer, and best screenplay, as well as the jury prize for the best film, as well as the second best picture for the festival. Some of them were omitted, and we were not able to show it because or else it's going to be so long. So what we have decided this time for part 2, we're going to replay the awarding, so you know who because it's so controversial right now, and I know it was written. Some people, especially in different parts of the world, they're saying that how come, like for example, for the best actor, Christopher De Leon was overlooked or was not even nominated. I think Vilma Santos already said something about that. The producer said something about that. Some of the Filipino journalists based in the Philippines were questioning already why Christopher De Leon was overlooked or was not even nominated for the best actor category. Same thing with JC Santos for best supporting actor. So we will show you again portions of that and who were nominated per category and the winner plus their acceptance speeches. And right after that, a lot of you were asking how come when we did the Q&A, we kind of omitted When I Met You in Tokyo, as well as Becky and Badette. and of course part 2 of Gumbursa. So we're gonna show that all of you today or tonight, simply because there was a clamor because they felt like although it was 3 hours already last Friday or last Saturday, people were still we were still waiting. Like, so to make it easier, instead of showing you the whole Q&A of the other films, we're just gonna touch on the Q&A of those films that we missed from last week. At the same time, part 2 of the awarding itself. So this will include now the Best Actor category as well as the Festival Best Picture. So some will be a repeat. So it will be just relax and enjoy. And of course, as always, happy viewing to everybody, especially also to our Team Replay as well as Team Share. So that being said, before I go to our proper show, I'd like, of course, to promote a good friend of ours who's having a concert, and that's none other than the very lovely, of course, the very lovely Hazel Velasco. She's having a concert this coming February 25th at Euphoria, which is formerly West Covina. It's Noipits West Covina, and we're showing you right now. It's Irresistibly Me, and it's a must-see concert. This is our first ever major solo concert, and of course the prices are 100 for VIP and sponsor, 90 for VIP, and of course 80 and 70 for general admission. And of course you could always buy the tickets. So please do support Hazel Velasco. This is her first ever major solo concert for 2024, and it's gonna be happening at Euphoria in West Covina, and it's gonna be 7 p.m. So if you have not gotten your tickets yet, please do support our Filipino talent. We are really a culture, a nation of world-class talents, and Hazel Velasco, of course, is one of them. Okay, so now let's go to our main show now, and let's go to part 2, highlights of the Manila International Film Festival 2024 that took place last Friday, February 2nd at Directors Guild of America. And this is the portion where all the awards were given out, including the nominees and the winners, plus their speeches. So without much further ado, let's roll VTR.
Network's Iron Chef, America, or even as a contestant on season 9 of Dancing with the Stars. He has always made Hollywood and its fans take notice, in particular of his martial arts expertise. There is no one more deserving of this Trailblazer Award than our very own Mark Cascos. Let's see what Mark has done.
Manila International Film Festival, thank you. And for all of you out there supporting the movies and the Filipino cinema, thank you for being here tonight. We need Filipino stories out there. We need Filipino artists out there. I have had the pleasure and honor of making 5 movies in the Philippines. And I've seen the talent and the beauty of the culture, and the stories and the history. And the movies I did not bring that to full fruition on the screen. Anything I can do to help, I'm there. We have tons of talent here. We need to make this happen. We need to make this happen. This is the time. Wife. Must thank the wife. Right here, 26 years with this wife, Texas wife. So you know I gotta thank her. So Julie, thank you so much for being there all this time. She is an incredibly talented actress. We met on a movie. 26 years later, we have 3 kids. And she is a great cook, but also, oh my goodness, well, a fantastic partner and mentor and teacher. And she fosters puppies. Yeah, the last 2 years, Julie has fostered over 30 puppies. And one was a foster fail, so that was our 3rd big dog. We have 2 at our house right now, so if you're looking for furry family members, we have 2 little sisters that need homes. So Julie, you've been wonderful. And my manager way back there somewhere with Andrew, Mary Putnam Green, thank you so much. You know, you've done a fantastic job keeping me inspired and mentored, and you've spanked me metaphorically when needed. Best Supporting Actress. Beautiful faces! In the category of Best Supporting Actress, the award goes to... Here we go. And the winner is Alessandra De Rossi.
Yes, sir.
MMDA, DILG for spearheading this campaign, and also MIFF. And Isabel was with Alessandra right before we left, so I think she has more to say on behalf of Alessandra.
Yes, hello everybody. I apologize, I have lost my voice. But on behalf of Ate Alessandra, she would like to thank, of course, GMA Pictures and GMA Network for this. And of course, MIFF, MMFF, thank you very much for this. Maraming salamat po.
In the category of Best Supporting Actor, the award goes to Pepe Herrera for Rewind.
Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Hindi po ako si Pepe Herrera, pero siya po ang aming Lods. Sa pelikulang Rewind. Pepe, congratulations sa iyo. Napakahusay talaga ng iyong pagganap. Bilib na bilib kaming lahat sa iyo. Kaya maraming salamat po sa pagkilala sa aking kasamahan na si Pepe Herrera. Pepe, we're so proud of you. Maraming salamat po, MIFF, at mabuhay ang pelikulang Pilipino. Maraming salamat. Congratulations, Pepe. Sa iyo to.
This is from the heart. I'm so proud to be Filipino. Last night, I'm prouder this evening because now I could see the strength of our Filipino roots. Mabuhay tayong lahat, mabuhay ang pelikulang Pilipino.
Shine a spotlight on the world of Philippine cinema, along with my talented, lovely superwoman, Aisel Sarama.
Hi everyone, good evening. And I am equally excited to be co-hosting this special evening alongside with the one and only, one of the most watched Filipino-American actors, Mark Dacascos. We congratulate everyone who is involved with the first ever Manila International Film Festival and thank them for making this vision a reality.
Now, at the root of every film, there is the story.
This inaugural Manila International Film Festival is the winner is Carlo Candelas Mendoza for Gone Brazil.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Maraming salamat to the members of the jury. Thank you to the organizers of the first ever Manila International Film Festival. Thank you to my director, Pepe Jokno. May we make more films together. Thank you to the Jesuit Communications, to MQuest for supporting this project, our actors, Cedric, Enchong, and Jolo Pascual. And maraming salamat to my crew, and thank you very much to the Filipino-American community who came here and supported all the films. I really wish we can make more films together. Maraming salamat.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is such a pleasure to be with you all this evening, and Piolo and I want to extend our thank yous to the Manila International Film Festival Organizing Committee and our congratulations to tonight's winners.
Congratulations. Even before a movie is shot, its genesis begins with a screenplay, the written gospel of the movie that includes dialogue for the actors, action, or movement, and even the description of scenes. Basically, a screenplay is the blueprint of the film and provides the road the movie will follow.
The screenplays for this year's films have explored so many different genres and have given the opportunities for artists, both in front of and behind the cameras, to let their talent come to fruition.
And here are the nominees in the category of Best Screenplay. screenplay goes to
Angeli Atienza for Firefly.
It's such an honor to be here. Thank you to MIFF and thank you to the jurors for recognizing our little movie. I share this really with everyone who worked on Firefly, to all the Firefly team here in LA with us and our wonderful actors, and to everyone back home. I always say, wala pong Firefly kung wala po lahat ng mga nagtrabaho at bumuo sa pelikula. And so I honor each and every one of them. Much love to my family, of course, back home for going with me on this journey. Firefly is really, at the heart of it, an ode to the power of stories, of storytelling. And so I also want to honor all the storytellers in this room tonight. I want to honor all the films and the filmmakers in this festival. It's really such an honor to be here amongst all of you, and in Hollywood, no less. Sana po marami pa tayong magawang pelikula at mga kwento na magkakasama at mabuhay po ang bawat isa sa atin dito at mabuhay ang Philippine cinema. Thank you very much.
The Audience Award is voted on by MIFF moviegoers at the screenings, given to a movie that gets the highest score.
and the winner is Gomburza.
This is so unexpected. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. On behalf of Jescom Films and Quest Ventures and CMB Film, marami pong salamat. The journey po of Gomburza, when we started it, napakasimple po ng goal namin. We wanted as many Filipinos, young and old, sana young, no? And even Filipinos, not just in the Philippines, but outside the Philippines, to watch the beautiful story of the three priests, si Father Gomez, si Father Burgos, tsaka si Father Zamora. So ito pong recognition namin ngayon, at lalo na po, even in the Philippines, no, nung MMFF Awards, napakalaking bagay po na ma-inspire kami na gumawa pa ng mga pelikulang ganito po kaganda. So nagpapasalamat po kami, lalo na sa mga nagbumoto, the moviegoers. We really hope you learned a lot. We hope that you got to know the priests a little bit more, and then that you get to love the country, the Philippines, also a little bit more. Marami pong salamat sa inyong lahat.
The special jury prize is given and decided by the jury, given to a film that deserves recognition. The jury cites, and here we go, Becky and Madette for its LGBTQIA cultural sensitivity and awareness, effectively combining these themes with humanity and humor. So, congratulations, Becky and Madette.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Maraming pong salamat sa Special Jury Award. Sana sa MMFF meron din ganun, Chairman. Bakit sa Maynila? Wala. Oo. Kasi patingin na ako sa ilalim ng upuan ko kung may certificate of attendance. Wala. Meron pala tayong award. But seriously, thank you very much for that recognition to the jury. Thank you for recognizing our film. Bagamat comedy po ito, ay hindi naman po nangangahulugan na hindi po ito kasing lalim ng gumbursa. Oh, yes. Malalim po talaga. Kailangan nyo lang pong intindihin ng maigi. Diba? Isip-isip din. Diba? Hindi, pero totoo. So kanina nagpunta po ako sa Academy Museum. Nakakaiyak pala doon. Ang ganda ng Academy Museum. Nakapunta na ba kayo? O, edi kayo na. So, ang ganda doon, there is a wall there that says, what is the future of cinema? At maraming mga sinabi. So, napatingin ako at napaiyak ako. Totoo. Kasi gutom na ako nung time na yun. Tapos may jet lag pa ako. So, emotional ako. Plus, ngayong gabi nga, we are attending yung... May gusto ko sabihin. Mahaba pa to. Kasi baka hindi na tayo tawa. Hindi, habang nagsasalita ako, mag-isip ka na ng paandar mo. Okay, sige. Yes, ganun yan. Tapos, ay, ang lalaki ng font. Ang taray ni ano. Kanino to? I'm very honored to present the material. Ay, sa'yo. Kaya pala malaki ang font. Okay. Diba? Buti pa kanina okay. Sorry, magulo po. Hindi po talaga kasi ako masyadong sa mga title. Chairman, head, department head. Ben-Hur. Oo, ang galing po. May Harry Potter kayong kasama, no? Yung biglang tumatakbo. Manalo! Ang galing, Diyos ko. Alam mo, ingat na ingat kami. Pero ikaw tumatakbo ka. Naka-boots ka. Dahil dyan, Diyos ko, ano ba natin si Harry Potter? Oo, Diyos ko, ang galing. So, asan na ako? Ang gulo yun na nga. So, sabi ko, ano kaya ang may sasagot ko dito para mailagay dito sa wall na to na what is the future of cinema? Siguro hindi ko na lalakihan. Doon na lang ako sa what is the future of Philippine cinema? Hindi ba? So kung ako ang tatanungin ninyo, hindi ko rin alam. Dahil po sa Special Jury Award para sa pelikula namin na Becky and Madette, na bagamat isang ang comedy, kasi marami po talaga akong pinaglaban itong nakaraang 2 buwan. Pinaglaban ko na pumasok ang mga Pilipino sa sine, ipinaglaban ko na pumasok sa comedy, pati genre namin pinaglalaban ko. Ang para sa akin lang, the future of Philippine cinema is definitely not boring. Yan lang naman yung sasabihin ko, haba. But this Special Jury Award really is for our director, Direct June Robles Lana, who is not afraid to voice out our message that is about the theme na hindi normal na napag-uusapan. Kay June Robles Lana manggagaling yan. So our producer, Sir Percival Intalan. And my Badet.
I just want to add thank you very much first to the MMFF kasi kung hindi nagsimula ang journey ng Becky and Badet sa MMFF, of course, wala kami dito. Maraming salamat rin sa lahat ng nanood ng Becky and Badet. And please, if you have a chance, if we have the chance to screen again, I hope you can watch our film and I hope you can watch all of the films that played here at the MIFF kasi I think there will be opportunities for all the films. And then lastly, of course, to the MIFF. Thank you very much for this honor. As Eugene said, it's not always that a comedy gets honored this way. So it means a lot to us because we know that there is a perception that comedy is always very light. Comedy is usually very underestimated. But this is testament to the fact that Eugene Domingo is a fantastic actress. Apart from being very beautiful.
Akala mo naman close tayo.
And tapos na natin ito. Maraming salamat.
Thank you po. Kung ang nanalo tayo. Miss Vilma Santos!
Yes, sir. Christopher. Christopher will accept.
My perennial screen partner, Vilma Santos Recto. We would like to thank, of course, the MIFF, of course, Chairman Artes, PHLV, Sir Ben Avalos, sir, and to all the beautiful people here tonight. Thank you very much for this opportunity. And Bro, this is for you. Alright, congratulations, Vilma Santos Recto.
Our group, the group of Manila National Film Festival, among my friends, I thought, well, that's interesting because he's not an actor. And why would we propose that? But then I thought about it. They all knew him and they all loved him. And it was really touching. He's not an actor. He was not an actor. He was an attorney. He wrote very well. He's a great journalist, actually. And he wrote about everything that he cared about, was passionate about, law, how it affected people. And they were all through stories. And his stories were beautiful. and he had great impact. It was also very much about the community.
Good evening, everyone. Is that mine? Really, it is such a pleasure to be here with you this evening to celebrate the film career of Hilda Coronel. We worked together for the first time in Ishmael Bernal's Till Death Do Us Part in 1972. That was my first film. Then we made a second film together with Orlando Nadres in Lupang Hinirang in 1973. After these films, I watched and admired her as a great actress in many of her films. She is more than a beautiful face. In her many roles, Hilda has played empowered women who seem to be down, but do a complete turnaround at the end and she becomes the victor, not the victim. Let's take a glimpse of the work of Hilda Coronel.
Kaya lang, gusto niya ako. Ayaw niya akong patulad sa iba. Aalisin niya ako sa lugar na yun. Kasama ako sa kanya.
Never be promoted to wife. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the recipient of the inaugural Monty Manibog Lifetime Achievement Award at the Manila International Film Festival, the one and only Hilda Coronel.
everybody. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. I don't have a teleprompter, so I'm old. Okay, here we go. I'm happy to see old friends and new colleagues, and I hope to work with someday. Old friends are here. My favorite leading man. I know he thinks I'm not his favorite leading lady. Boyet, huh? You're my favorite. You're my number one leading man. I love you. And congratulations to all the winners. You're all fantastic. You're the new breed now. You're taking over. We're on our last stretch, but not that old. Okay, so I would like to thank the chairman of the board of directors, executive producer Lisa Manibog-Lu, and her entire Manibog family, as well as Janet and Rowena Palace for everything. And thank you so much for all the committees involved in making this event possible and beautifully set. I can't name all of you. It will take us the whole night. It is a great honor to receive the first Lifetime Achievement Award from Attorney Gonzalo Monte Manibog. He was not only a great humanitarian and Olympian, but also served as councilman in Monterey Park in 1976. He helped a lot of immigrants who came here without anything and provided them with education too. It is truly humbling to receive this award. I'm really, I just feel it in my heart. I felt like crying when they told me that I was going to get this first Lifetime Achievement Award from the Manila International Film Festival, USA. I would like to dedicate this trophy to my children, Patty, Ivy, Leona, Isabel, Gabby, and all my grandchildren who are all over the world, unfortunately, and could not make it here today. But most importantly, I want to honor my son, Diego Sebastian Lopez, who since the sudden death of my beloved husband has been taking good care of me while we both mourn his loss. I know it hurts. I'm still in mourning, so pasensya na. But most importantly, last but not the least, I'd like to dedicate this to my husband, Ralph Moore Jr., who last year has earned his wings. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you. Congratulations again. Thank you so much for this great honor. Thank you, Lisa and family. Thank you, everybody.
Amazing evening. Here we go, big finish. We're almost ready to present the last award of the evening. Now, normally, usually, like the Oscars or the Emmys, there is generally one Best Picture award. But, as I have learned today, the Filipinos have that rare chromosome where we like everyone to win a prize. Right? So, before we present the Best Picture award, I'm going to present the second Best Picture award. Here are the nominees for the category of Best Picture, of which the second Best Picture winner will be announced. Gomburza.
Wow. That's it. Okay. This has been an amazing week for all of us here on the Gomburza team. Just to be with the Filipino-American community here in LA. I know some of you have also flown in. What a vibrant community that you have here, and what a great exchange of talent and ideas over the last few days. Thank you for this. Thank you to the organizers of MIFF. Thank you to the Filipino-American community. Thank you, of course, to the Metro Manila Film Festival. If it were not for the MIFF, we would not be here. I would like to say that Gomburza is a product of the really talented work of a lot of great people from our cast and our crew. I'd like to thank Jescom Films for originating this story about the three priests, which we think is very important. I'd like to thank West Ventures for helping me supporting the film. Our brilliant cast, we have Mr. Enchong D, Mr. Cedric Juan, Mr. Tolo Pascual, Mr. Dante Rivero, and the ensemble that we have. And I'd also like to thank my co-creators in this, Carlo Mendoza for cinematography, Erickson Navarro for production design, everybody from pre-production to post who really helped this film. Lastly, I'd like to thank Mr. Uge said a while ago, asked a while ago the question, what is the future of cinema, what is the future of Philippine cinema? And I think that what we see here today is that the future of Philippine cinema is something that's so exciting. I think we are if we want our industry to grow, it's going to have to start from us. And it's only going to grow from here. So thank you, and we look forward to Filipino films for many, many decades to come. Thank you so much.
Congratulations on your magical film. Oh, magic pala yun. Rewind. Such solid work from an awesome cast and crew. Ikaw naman.
Ako na. And to you too. At again, of course, congratulations sa Becky and Badel. Of course, sa inyo ni Depokwang. Kitang-kita na sobrang nag-enjoy talaga kayo sa paggawa ng pelikula. Hindi lang yung sa pag-promote.
Words mo na to?
Same lang yan. I-translate ko lang.
Ang galing mo talaga. Ayun nga pala, Dong, pasensya na pa wala si Pokwang dito kasi marami po siyang pinaglalaban. The director may have his or her empire to rule. The screenwriter may have the words needed to be said. The technical elements of a film are indeed necessities, but it is the actor that is responsible for breathing life into film. No matter the genre, the actor is the ultimate storyteller of film, conveying humanity in all its glorious forms.
So, it is the actor that can reduce an audience to its raw elements and elevate it to its grandest story. It is the actor that speaks not only with the voice, but also with the eyes, not only with action, but with passion and compassion. The actor is the lens with which the audience can ultimately relate to the story. The actors and actresses in this year's film have given funny, incandescent, loving, moving, fascinating, intriguing, and worthwhile performances, enhancing their craft and leaving lasting impressions in Philippine cinema.
And here are the nominees for the category of Best Actor. And the award goes to Read Envelope. Oh, first open envelope. Tear envelope. Okay. And, ayan. Okay. One nominated. And the award goes to, ay, mali ang grammar ko. And the winners are... Eugene Domingo and Pocua. Sabihin ko na. Kiss muna. Sabihin ko, kiss muna. Kiss muna. Ay! Si Mario. And the winners are... From the movie, Rewind, Ding Dong Natin! For the movie Malyari, Piolo Pascual!
Okay, so, oh my goodness. Una-una po sa ating mga sa jurors, maraming salamat sa pagkilala. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. At sa mga kasamahan naming artista dito sa Film Fest, yung aming fellow nominees namin ni PJ, lahat po ng kasama namin dito. Maraming salamat sa inyo, and thank you for lending your talent, for giving your talent. Malaki po ang contribution ninyo sa success nitong MMFF this year. So thank you and congratulations to you. I just want to share some stories about our film Rewind. Alam niyo po, nung nag-umpisa ang Metro Manila Film Festival, nung sumali kami, unang dasal ko po ay sana mabigyan kami ng lakas na may kwento ng tama yung characters na John and Mary sa storya ng Rewind. Kasi noong una po namin nabasa yung kwento, napakalakas po nung naging impact nito sa aming buhay, sa aking buhay at sa buhay namin mag-asawa. Kaya ang dasal namin ay sana magampanan namin ng tama para may kwento namin ng tama. At ang pangalawang dasal po namin ay sana manumbalik yung sigla, yung sigasig ng pelikulang Pilipino, lalong-lalo na sa taon na ito and all the years moving forward. Dahil napakahalaga po ng industriya para sa ating lahat. And fast forward to today, here we are. We reached a certain spot that is even more than expected. And I think it is because of all the participants, all the 10 entries, sa mga producers na matatapang na tumaya, maraming salamat, saludo po kami sa inyo. Sa lahat po ng mga bumubuo ng 10 pelikula maraming salamat po sa inyo. These 10 beautiful films won't be possible without our cast, our crew, our staff behind the films. At syempre sa lahat din po ng organizers for bringing us together. Napakalaking bagay po nito para sa atin. At higit sa lahat, sa mga manonood, sa audience, thank you to you. Kumbaga, kayo po ang better half of why we do what we do. Kung hindi po dahil sa inyo, hindi po mararating ng festival na ito ang tagumpay na narating ngayon. Kaya maraming salamat po sa inyo. And I think I also share this with all our filmmakers and storytellers out there and here in the state, in the Coliseum, and even in the country. Bilang miyembro ng industriya ng pelikulang Pilipino, we are our nation's storytellers. And I think our mission is to continue on at hindi po tayo magsasawa na ikwento ang ating kwento, hindi lang po sa Pilipinas, kung hindi sa labas ng Pilipinas at sa buong mundo. Kaya maraming salamat muli at mabuhay ang pelikulang Pilipino. At panghuli na lang, gusto kong i-aari po ito sa aking may bahay, sa aking asawa, sa aking leading lady, sa aking partner, at sa aking mga anak. Young, I miss you. I'll see you very, very soon. Para sa inyo ito.
DJ Carlo, congratulations, brother. Let's give it up for Ding Dong Dantes, the highest grossing film of all time from the Philippines. Congratulations, bro. First of all, I'd like to thank the good Lord, our good Lord. To God be the glory. You know, if not for Him, we wouldn't be here. And I'd like to thank MIFF for this opportunity to showcase our films here in the States. And hopefully it's just a start of something bigger, something that will really catapult our talent to, worldwide reach. And we just hope that a lot of you will still support the films that will be here. And I hope this is just a start of something that we can create together as a team, as a community. So anyways, I'd like to thank my producer, Mentor Productions, Mr. Diamante, my director, Direk Derek, my co-stars, Janela, Atirona, the team of Malyari, the team of Mentor Productions. They really gave us everything that we needed to make the film. And we're just really happy that we were able to do the things that we love, such as filmmaking, and I hope we get to come back here again for more, not just do it, but to also participate and really be part of this festival. I'd like to dedicate this to my son, who's here. He's now based in LA. He's the reason why I'm here. You're an inspiration for me. I love you. And to my fellow nominees, of course, Cedric, Alden, si Dong, na inspirasyon ko. And of course, sa lahat po ng Tito Tanti as well, and my dad, who's here, the true drama king of the Philippines, Mr. Christopher De Leon. I love you, Dad. What else? Yun lang po, maraming salamat to MMDA for putting up such an event, and I hope we get to really celebrate Filipinos. We get to be proud of who we are, and that we continue what we do. And we just, thank you very much. Mabuhay po ang pelikulang Pilipino.
Nakalimutan po ako. Special shout out po sa aming director na si Direk May Cruz at ang buong Team Rewind. Direk May, congratulations po.
Hi guys, it's the last award. I just wanted to say that I do represent Dean Devlin. He was supposed to be here tonight to give out this award, and he says hello to all of you performers. And I want to say that I grew up watching all of you guys, and it's an honor to be here with all of you. And congratulations to the festival. This is a wonderful thing. And to Mr. Mingo, my answer is the future of cinema is all of us in this room. And I hope we forge ahead in that bright, beautiful future. Yes, that's it.
Yes, ako rin po para sa pelikulang Pilipino. So, sama-sama tayo.
dito sa Hollywood or like or in other countries, let's keep change the
Continue the narrative.
Yes, continue the narrative, yes. Anyway, so we at Burns & Sawyer are honored to be part of this landmark partnership. We are in the business of helping provide all the high-end equipment and in helping to facilitate sharing our beautiful stories with a broader audience. Congratulations on all your amazing films, and we are so proud and honored to be with you at this festival.
All right, here we go. Let's just remind everyone again the nominees for this year's Best Picture Award. And the award goes to...
Firefly.
And the winner is Firefly.
On behalf of the Firefly team, we're very honored to be given this award. Just to tell you a story, the last movie that we entered in the Metro Manila Film Festival was in 2012. And actually before the pandemic, Ange Atienza gave the concept of Firefly to GMA Pictures. And because of the beautiful story, we just felt we had to do it. And we're very glad we did. So thank you, Ange. Thank you for this beautiful story. I'd like to thank the cast and the crew of Firefly who did a beautiful movie. I'd like to thank, again, the MIFF, the jurors, the MMFF, DILG, and also all our co-Filipino producers. We are really not competitors here. We're colleagues, we're friends, and we have one goal. And that is to tell the story of the Filipino proudly, not only to the Filipinos, but to the world. So, but lastly, it was foolish of me to not thank the one who I should have thanked in the first place. I'd like to thank the Lord. To God be the glory. Thank you.
Before we wrap this up, I've been asked to ask the award winners to please meet on the red carpet after we finish. Okay? All right, here we go. Again, congratulations to the Manila International Film Festival Committee and to all the films that were shown for the first time in Hollywood this week. In the world of cinema, the true winners are our audiences. So a shout out to all of you who came to this to be with us.
Hello, everyone. You just watched the awards or the awards of Manila International Film Festival. So this is the inaugural of first ever. First time that it was done here in Los Angeles, but of course, it has to be a big congratulations. We have to tell the big congratulations and hands off to the committee as well as the board of directors. And I think this is the time to really recognize them. We already recognized them before, especially when we're doing a synopsis of the Manila International Film Festival. But I will repeat it again. These are the women and men behind the success of the first ever Manila International Film Festival, and they are Omen Ortiz, who happens to be the chairman, and of course Ebradu Odarbe, who's the president, of course the beautiful Lisa Liu, who happens to be the executive producer, and who could not know the Fil-Am Hollywood couple, power couple of Hollywood. They are of course Janet Susan Rodriguez Napales, and the debonair husband of hers, that is Ruben Napales, and of course there's Celia Daya D, and those are the board of directors. And together with them, it is also fitting and proper to mention the MIFF 2024 team, and they are Leo de la Cruz, happens to be CFO, and then Eric Ilog, who happens to be COO, Ron Ramores happens to be the Chief Marketing Officer, and of course Leo Liu is again the show producer as well as promotion and events. Ruben Napales happens to be publicity and promotional manager together with the lovely wife Janet Napales. And Celia D is the ticketing manager. Cindy Season is the consultant. And Meriden Angeles, she is the coordinating producer. These are the people behind the very successful MIFF. So kudos to you. This was one of those events that truly we all going to be proud of, especially this is not a walk in the park to have an event such as MIFF, and you guys did it successfully. Special mention, of course, to the moderators who tirelessly and selflessly was day in and day out for the first 4 days, and that's definitely Janet Napales as well as Ruben Napales, and of course I think Winston Emano was there too, and TJ Manotok. So kudos for that, and you guys did a fantastic job. The first 4 days of the festival was perfect. You cannot ask for anything more. It's one of the best festival I've been to. At the time and everything that was on schedule was done. The ticketing was great. Everybody was happy, and the theater that they selected, the TCL Theater, was just amazing. Now, as far as the gala, I know there's a lot of controversy why Christopher was overlooked, and then why JC Santos was overlooked for best supporting actor. Those are, and of course, one of the thing too that I get all these private messages is that when Piolo Pascual and Ding Dong Dantes won, the image that was the what was announced on screen for Ding Dong Dantes, he won for Rewind, the movie with Maria Rivera. But on the screen it shows Firefly. That was really a minute error, if you ask me. But at the end of the day, I think we just need to celebrate the beauty and the success of the first ever MIFF. Please do not take away the efforts and the hard work of the team and the board of directors of this particular event. There's no perfect event, of course, and especially there's some birth pains in every event. And if you are familiar with organizing and producing and doing such event, this is one hell of an event to produce and to mount. So with that alone, it's a celebration of the Filipino, the best of the best for 2023, of the best Filipino films. And just to bring them over to Los Angeles for our kababayans, for the Filipinos abroad to watch and to see, that's already a success in itself. So if you felt like there was some error, there's some omission, there was some oversight, move on, guys, and just celebrate the wonderful thing that MIFF brought into the picture and to the center stage and to the global stage. And again, kudos to everyone. As promised, this is the part whereby I know you guys we felt like you missed some of the Q&A, because I know we did the Q&A of the 6 films last Friday, but we kind of omitted the films for When I Met You in Tokyo, as well as Becky and Badette. And of course, we're going to show you also the complete Q&A of Gumbursa. Just a recap before I give you that videos. Just a recap, Best Picture is Firefly from GMA Pictures. And just to give you a trivia on that, this is the first film. This is the return of GMA Pictures. Used to be GMA Films, but now they're coming back to produce more films. And they have Firefly, and like what Annette Gosson Valdez, she mentioned that the last time they joined the Metro Manila Film Festival was 2012. But now with the return of GMA Pictures this time, they won the festival Best Picture. Not only they won in the Philippines Metro Manila Film Festival, they also won at the Manila International Film Festival. So MMFF as well as MIFF, they won that as well. And also the screenplay by Ange Atienza, same person got that in the Philippines as well as in MIFF. And that's congratulations for Firefly. Now, for the best actor in the Philippines for Metro Manila Film Festival, it was Cedric Juan of Gumbursa, while here in MIFF, it was a tie between Piolo Pascual for Malyari and Ding Dong Dantes for Rewind. And of course, for Best Actress, it's the same actress that won in the Philippines in Metro Manila Film Festival as well as MIFF, and that's the star for all season, Vilma Santos Recto. And for supporting actress, there was a difference because in Metro Manila Film Festival, it was Mal Sucampo for Rewind, while in the MIFF, it was Alexandra De Rossi for Firefly. Okay, and cinematographer is the same. It's a cinematographer from Carlos Mendoza from Gumbursa in the Philippines, MMFF, and in MIFF it's the same person who won that as well. And did I forget anything? Oh, second best picture, of course, for the festival in the Philippines was Gumbursa. And of course, the grand prize or the best picture is Firefly, I mentioned earlier. While here in MFF, it's the same person same film as well. Gumbursa won second best picture, and of course, Firefly won best picture. Oh, and then the audience award went to Gumbursa, while the special jury award, and of course, Uge stole the whole show, and she was so funny, and everybody had a good laugh because Eugene Domingo stole the whole show, and the film Becky and Badette won the special jury prize for the whole festival. And that's a wrap up. So again, kudos, and a big congratulations to Janet, and of course Lisa, to Ruben, to Omen. You guys did a fantastic job, and the committee as well as the board of directors. And before I give you the video of the Q&A, and the Q&A for Till I Met You in Tokyo, you have to watch it because even Janet did the moderating on that particular event, and she was fantastic. And then of course Christopher De Leon sang a cappella when I met you. It was a Apo Hiking Society song, but he was requested to sing it, so he sang it, snippets of it, a cappella, and it was too much surprised. Also, Vilma Santos Recto called in by a phone patch, courtesy of Bonnie Paras, who was at the audience at that time. So you will see all those, and I know all the Vilmanians and all the Vilmates and everybody would like to see that as well. So we're going to show you that immediately after this. And before anything else, though, special those people. Happy viewing to everybody. Ruben was watching or still watching it. Ruben Napales, and of course the lovely Janet Napales. Adele Ordinario, hindi siya na late this time. She was on time. And then of course Christian Renan Esteban was the first here, who is happened to be a PHLV radio correspondent. And who else? Oh, and then attorney architect Alexander Tan was watching as well. And of course, watching from the Philippines. And Hazel, I saw her name, Hazel by Santos is watching from Houston, Texas. And I know there's some people watching and doing PM messages to me. The people from Doha, Qatar, Rosana Milar Barrera, as well as Charina Salom. Happy viewing to everybody, and don't make me laugh. Okay. Oh, and then Christian was reminding me that some of these films are now showing in different parts of the country. So just look at their Facebook pages as well as their announcement. I know When I Met You in Tokyo is doing the rounds in Italy as well as in France. And then Firefly is in some selected theater nationwide. And of course, you cannot discount really. So next year for 2025, be there and do not miss one hell of an event, especially all the films that, and hopefully they'll come up with again the 10 best films again for the Metro Manila Film Festival. And hopefully you guys could participate this time either as a movie goer or just a supporter. Please do watch all the films that would be brought in by the Metro Manila Film Festival through, of course, Manila International Film Festival. So with that being said, we're gonna do 3 films today, and that's basically Till I Met You, or When I Met You in Tokyo, and then Becky and Badette, and of course the full Q&A of Gombursa. Because the last time we had the Q&A of Gombursa, we were only able to show you part 1. We missed part 2. So this time it's the complete version of that, and you'll see the lovely Janet Napales doing the moderating for When I Met You in Tokyo, and of course Ruben Napales, the debonair husband of Janet, doing the moderating for Gombursa. So there's so much to learn about these films. So we're gonna show you the trailer per movie, and then we head on to Q&A on the next movie as well. And that being said, so let's watch the movies and the Q&A.
Ayoko na ng ganitong buhay, Badette. Ayoko nang tinatapak-tapakan ako. Pakiramdam ko para akong tae. Ayoko nang masikip. Ayoko nang mabaho. Ayoko nang walang pagkain. Ayoko nang putik. Pinapangako ko, Inay. Bukas, luluhod ang mga tala.
Inay talaga? Natanggap mo na ba yung invitasyon dun para sa high school reunion natin? Hindi ba natin talaga pupuntahan yun?
Oh, but you have to be there. Exclusive sa Section 1 ang reunion na to.
I think we have guests.
Sa langhap mo na nanabik na.
Remember nung high school tayo, they were the toast of the entire school. And now, they just look like losers. Hey, life's a bitch, and so am I!
Becky!
What is she doing?
Makinig kayong mabuti.
may ibubulgar kaming sekreto.
So mga madam, lahat ng pinagsasabi nyo dito, invento nyo lang. Lakas ang trip natin dyan, bestie.
Kasi tayo naglasing, nakakaya.
Halos 1 million views na to.
So it's been 1 year since nag-viral hit kayo. So ano bang secret nyo sa staying power nyo? It's our fans talaga.
Pinag-aagawan nyo na naman yung Pepe Fenis? Yung kaklase nyo nung high school na gwapo? O di ba muntik na kayong magsulian ng kandila ng dahil sa kanya?
Pipigilan! Ay, eto oh.
But are you alright?
Nakalimutan yung medication niya.
Are you sick?
Very sick.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know.
But I'm okay. Thank you. Oh, I'm sick too. Again, 3 days pa lang mula nung
Yes, 3 days, but for us, it's like forever.
Oh, wow, Inglesera.
My boyfriend speaks fluent English, so it's natural for me to start talking like him.
O di sige, translate mo to sa English.
Don't me!
Pang ilan ka sa magkakapatid?
How many from the sister to the brother?
Hirap, ha?
No, na iba-iba yung intonation, unique yun sa atin. Kaya dito na-realize ko, ay, nakakatuwa naman na parang Pilipino lang yata ang may ganon. So, si Romnick naman ay napakagaling na artista and he was nervous upon doing a comedy film like this. He was open in saying to Direk June, hindi talaga ako komedyante. But Direk June said, hindi naman kailangan na parang nagpapatawa ka na slapstick. I will guide you and the script is really bagay na bagay sa kanya, di ba? And nakita naman, Romnick is wow, still Romnick. Ang lakas pa rin ng appeal, ang cute pa rin. And many are asking, si Romnick ba talaga yung nagda-dialogue? Yes, siya talaga. Magaling siya mag-English, hello.
So, as Eugene said, it's late, but I think we have time for 1 or 2 questions from the audience, so go ahead. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Christian from PHLV Radio. So I have a question for Mr. Percy Italan. Did you get inspired doing this movie because I know you, Miss Eugene and Miss Popon had a movie entitled The Lucky Ones because they were fans of Miss Vilma Santos. Kasi akala daw nila this is a sequel of The Lucky Ones.
No, we had the pleasure of working with Miss Eugene way back in 2013 with Barber Sales, and since then we've been working with her on some projects of ours. And then recently we did a project called 10 Little Mistresses, which is the first Philippine Amazon original movie, where Eugene and Popon were together, and June had the idea, why don't we bring them together for this project? So since he already had the idea of an homage to Filipino cinema, we cannot not have a nod to The Lucky Ones, even though this was not really envisioned as a sequel to it, but we had to have a sort of an homage to it, which is why the Vilma Santos references were very strong.
Thank you. Is there one more question?
And also, how long was the production time?
The beach was in Batangas, not in Switzerland. Batangas.
Where is that? In Batangas?
Calalaia in Batangas. Beautiful place. Production, it took us 18 days to film. And we encountered 3 typhoons as we were filming. Just a bit of trivia we got right now at the beach. There was a scene where you saw thunderstorm in the thunder and lightning in the distance. That was true. And so the absinthe steam happened in the studio, and actually it actually worked really well because it gave it a different texture. But it was originally supposed to be shot at the beach.
Eugene and Percy, thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you all. Thank you.
Okay, I saw that there's like you can scan a QR code, and if you really like our movie, please vote naman for us Audience Choice Award. Thank you.
You will definitely get an email and you will be asked to vote. So
Please do.
please do. And
There you go. It was not a long Q&A. It for some reason I think there was an error on the video, but you got the G's, and that was a very good well, Ruben Apollos did a fantastic job moderating that particular Q&A with Eugene Domingo, and of course Eugene Domingo together with the producer Percy Antalan, and of course it was directed by June Lana. And I believe it was written as well. So now we're gonna give you the most awaited, all the Vilmanians and all the Vilmates. They were incessantly texting me last week, like why there was no Q&A with the movie When I Met You in Tokyo. And luckily we have the complete version of that, and we were able to film it. And so for the Vilmanians, the Vilmates, and everybody who loves Ate B, so this is for you. And this was moderated, of course, by none other than the lovely Janet Susan Rodriguez Napales. Take it away.
Palaging sinasabi sa akin noon ng aking inay na ang lahat daw ng tao ay ipinanganak na may kakambal na life partner, o kung tawagin natin, soulmate.
Ewan ko ba, pero sobrang nababadoyan na ako dyan sa love na yan.
Kaya lang, sobrang na-delay na yata ang dating ng taong para sa akin.
I like you. Dati pa.
Hindi pa ako ready magkarelasyon.
Love is so overrated. It's a huge lie. Isang napakalaking kalokohan yan.
Pa, meron din po palang gusto ding bumati pa sa inyo.
Sino?
Happy birthday! Hanggang ngayon ba ayaw mo pa rin akong kausapin at patawarin?
O baka naman siguro, wala na talaga akong hihintayin.
Bastos to Hindi man lang nag-sorry.
The grandest comeback of the season.
Te, mag-clubbing naman tayo, te. Sige na, birthday mo naman, tsaka baka doon tayo makahanap ng papa.
Ay, give up na ako dyan. Alam niyo yun.
Huwag kayo nagwawala dito. Eh, di ba? Ang gugulo ninyo lalo ka na.
Anong pakialam mo? Sino ka ba? Itong sa puko. Sano? Makakalaman ako lalaban sa'yo.
The most awaited reunion of the year.
Sakit ang ulo ko. Kasi naman kayo pa-club. Nangyayawala akong hilig dyan.
Doon sa labas, halika na. Na napakakaya.
Ha?
Bakit parang nakakita ka ng multo? Bro, ha?
Sandali. May gusto ka sa akin?
You have a right to be happy. Pabayaan mo magmahal ka ulit. Ang tibay dibdib mo, tiniis mo.
Siyempre, mahal ko.
Mahal mo.
Mahal ko. Aray.
Pag pamilyar na kayo sa galaw ng isa't isa, doon nagsisimula ang totoong dynamics ng relasyon.
Ilang beses ko ba sinabi sa yung kaya ko? Ako kasi dapat gumagawa dyan
Kapwa kayo magkakasakitan. At sa huli, laging isa lang ang nananalo. Natatawad na kita.
Matagal ko hinintay ito.
At isa ay isang malaking talunan.
Pinapangako ko sa iyo, hindi ako magsasawang isayaw ka habang buhay. Alam mo, maganda ka kapag nakangiti.
Salamat.
Joke lang yan.
Bruho ka talaga.
When I met you. When I met
So we have the two producers, Wang and Karishma, also joining us for the Q&A. Thank you. So congratulations, Christopher and the producers on this wonderful, very touching movie. Christopher, can you tell us about this journey? That you were a director and a writer all at the same time. How was that experience?
No, I was just the associate director for the love of it. But because when Vilma accepted the offer of JG Productions, she asked me to be the associate director because the two directors actually is the first film. Dorado Peru and Rumen Pinesa this one is their first film. They come from television. So since nobody has the guts to to tell Vilma Santos what to do in a scene. She got it all, no? But she decided to, and even the producers decided to make me as the associate director and do the scenes where, the last scene where she was crying, she was thanking God, thanking love that she experienced at last in her life, in Azon's life. Anyway, so we shot this in Japan, at the outskirts of Japan, for almost like a month and a couple of days in Manila with the Manila-based actors. So that's it.
How was the experience of writing the story with Vilma?
The experience was the first draft was like, it's a little loose. We wanted the woman, the character of Azon was a little weak. Let's make the woman really stronger than the crybaby. I'm sick. I have osteoporosis. Ouch. Let's skip that and let's make the character stronger, and then let's make this simpler, and let's make this like art imitating life, or am I right there, or life imitating art, sort of. So that's it. We just had to make it relatable to all. Who takes medication in the evenings? You take medication, I take mine, you take yours. Everybody can relate, the young ones there.
I know this is a unique story of an older couple falling in love.
Sure thing.
So, talk about that. Is that the new trend now in Philippine cinema for our producers?
I think for me, it was more of, among all the scripts that Weng and I got, it was one of the scripts that tugged my heart. And I read the script right before Weng was boarding a flight. She was flying to India, and I finished the script. And I remember I called her before she boarded, and I said, Tita Weng, read it on the flight. Because I think this could be it. For me, I grew up watching teleseries. And I grew up watching Pinoy movies. Yes, of course. But, so for me, I grew up watching teleseries, and I grew up going to MMFF. I was really lucky yaya. So for me, I was like, yeah, let's do it, Vilma Boyet, why not? And then I was just waiting for my partner, Weng, to say yes also.
Yeah, I was also thrown a lot of good script from the known script writers and movie productions. And none of them really touches my heart than this script that was given to me. And I'm so tamad in reading, long script. It's like more than 100 pages, and I'm so tamad. And they said, you're not doing anything tonight, please open the script, open your iPad, and, just glance for maybe 5-10 minutes. And for all we know it, I finished it in one go, in 1 hour. And I said, yeah, I think this is the one for us, so let's go for it.
How about making Vilma and Christopher, bring them together in the movie? What made you decide that?
It is not our decision. It was Mr. Christopher De Leon. We gave him the script first, and he read the script, and he said, "This is for ATV." Throw the script to him, and if she said yes, I'm on it. We gave the credit to Christopher De Leon.
So Christopher will answer the question. Why ATV?
Why ATV? Why the governor? Wow. Yeah, Congresswoman. She's a very good actor. No, she's very sensitive. She's very I can relate the character of a Zon. So I think Vilma can do this. I think she can do a simple love story. Because we used to make a lot of movies with a lot of twists and turns, and a lot of dramatics, a lot of crying, and let's do something like very simple and very quiet, and then very relatable stuff. And a very good actor.
So how was directing Vilma too?
She's very. That's the reason why she's very. The ace directors, like the national artists, would always want Vilma Santos in a film. Is because she can understand right away what you need what emotions you need for a scene, what kind of attack you need. It's just she easily. When I was telling her what the scene is all about, how you would how we would attack the scene, it was easy. Just a couple of words, couple of explanation, and she gets it right away. That's why it's easy for us to work with her.
How was it filming in Japan, and how long did you film in Japan?
As I was saying, we were in Japan for a month, and thank God for JG Production who produced this, and they were hands-on also, and in our filming in Japan. The food is good. Food is so good. I mean, every day we would eat Japanese food every day. Yeah, it was cold then. It was very cold, and we were shaking. That last part, we were at the bench. We were shaking. We were shaking, except for like the death scene. That we were both shaking. It was, let's take this. Let's take this right away. But we were not always like, we would just catch the right moment. Vilma Santos has a very fast, like, if you tell her one thing, if you tell her do this, she gives you like almost like 5 minutes of getting into what's supposed to be the scene is, what's supposed to be what the emotions should be, and it takes you about 10 minutes, and she goes. And it was very fun. It was fun. I had fun with the producers. We had fun shooting it, and Japan is so. That's the reason why we picked Japan. It's so beautiful, especially during springtime. And then we covered all the seasons. Like there's snow, there's winter, there's autumn. There's we made it a point that show all the seasons in Japan. There's summer, there's rainy season. You see the rain there. and it was, everything was there.
How did you learn
Beautiful.
to speak Japanese? Did you have a language coach?
Wala. Rigo sa'yo mo sila. Yeah, but yeah, we had the coach. We had the coach. We had an interpreter there, and at the same time during the dub. But we had to learn. We had to learn how to speak Nihongo.
Yeah.
Of course, I speak Nihongo because my barkada, my group is all, they were all Japanese there. I took up kendo for a while, just a couple of days of kendo, and then there was one time, one funny scene there when she was mad. Remember when she was mad and she learned about like me having, Joey having this heart problem, and she was chastising Jackie, Akira, and she was, and after like she did that like for like how many takes? The first take was like bad. Second take was like, let's do it again. The third day she was like crying on the floor. I don't like anymore. I don't like Japanese anymore. Just say it, and then just do it. But it was fun. It was fun. Nihongo is a very difficult language, but so far in very simple words lang naman, very casual words. Maybe a seaman. Seaman, I haven't done that yet. Maybe a seaman, yeah, that's one role I want to do. I've done a lot of them. I've done almost all, but it's the character actually. It's more of not. It should be a different character. It should be a different approach, different person. Like Joey in Ason is so different from Ramon. Ang idol, sabi ko nga, Ramon ang mga may gusto kay Ramon ay mga sindikato. Mga cartels. But this one's entirely different, entirely movements and all that. It's just an ordinary person who plays at the bar, who is just an ordinary farmer but falls in love. But it's not really. But a seaman would be very interesting because I love the sea so much.
Any other questions? Wardrobe was in the banyo, like in the restroom. So I think for us the logistics. But nakaya naman, and grateful that you all enjoyed the film, and like honestly the finished product for us, that was our winning trophy. Hi, Tita B! Ate, sana marinig ka nila. Okay, ate, salita ka na. Wait lang, forward ka lang yung camera. Oh, para makita mo sila. Okay, Ate B, go! Hello. Hello, B! Ate B! Narinig mo ba? Sorry. Ay, kuya, dito ako sa tabi mo. Ayan. Hi, Drew. Hi, Drew! Hi, Joey. I miss you.
Ason, come here.
Ang galing, Ate B, congrats! Ang galing-galing nyo! Grabe! I miss Janet here, your producers are here! Hi, Tita B! Hi, Tita B!
Thank you again for everything. Nababasa ko po yung review nyo sa Facebook. Thank you very much, Miss Janet.
Ate B, thanks for joining my live naman. Dito, parang nabigla ako sabi kay Kuya Christopher, ikaw ba talaga yan?
Yeah, I'm watching, and congratulations, Jetbo. And may I take this opportunity to thank our kababayans na sumusuporta at nanonood ng When I Met You.
Congratulations for being the best actress!
Thank you po. Maraming salamat. And of course to our producer, Miss Weng is there, JG Productions.
Yes, they heard you, Ate B.
natin dito.
Thank you. Salamat po sa inyo lahat.
Alright.
Alright. Thank you, Manny. Thank you. God bless everybody. And again, thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you for the chance. Yeah, congratulations po. Oy, teka. Since nandito na ako, di siya. Ano ba yan? Kailangan may picture na ako. Kesa maghabol ba ako mamaya? Ayan na guys, sorry. Nalaman na kayo. Any other questions?
Thank you, man.
Okay.
Thank you.
Taas kamay kami sa'yo.
You seem, there's a lilt in your voice when you talk about directing, and so I'm curious, which hat do you enjoy more, directing or acting?
No, I love acting, definitely. But if you become the director, it's going to be your world, how you will execute the world that you see in your head with a story that you have, and that's fun. It's very creative. As an actor, I like telling stories. As an actor, I love portraying characters, and hopefully, sa Batang Quiapo, the good will prevail. I hope. So, Coco, please, let this good will prevail. No, I don't want anyway, but yeah, acting is like, for me, is my job. It's entertainment is my occupation. So, what's your occupation? Actor. And maybe eventually, I've done a lot. I've done several, directorial jobs, and yeah, one was a big hit, and the two more was at Telescene, and I liked it so much. So nice to direct, but acting pays more. Except if you're a director and a producer at the same time.
Yeah, I have no question, but I just want to commend, the producers.
Like when they harvest, they get together. They have so many feasts, and there's cherry blossoms, and that's it. That's it. Why Japan? It's because of that.
And one last question for you, Christopher.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you keep yourself so young? Please look young.
Camera trick.
Exercise every day. Goes to gym every day.
Yeah. Wow. You see smiles from people watching, you see enjoyment, like it makes you happy. Makes you not happy, but the joy inside me. And I'm like talking to you guys after watching the movie we did. This is such a joy. So maybe it radiates, and thank God for that.
Give him another round of applause.
That question, because exactly what I told him, it's this is not Emil anymore. This is not Relasyon. It's let's approach this. We're not young and vibrant, and we can hold our emotions more than when we were younger. So you attack it this way. So it should be very different from Relasyon, because a lot of people remember that that's a scene of in the movie Relasyon, of Vilma in Relasyon. So we should attack this differently. It's Joey dies, and then just like, see, we had to extend more in the end to let the people know how good it is to fall in love. Kasi in relasyon, you just die. Joey just dies. But what is important there is, you know, she had the opportunity to fall in love even for like 10 years, of really falling in love with the person who loves her. You know, that's iba naman yung sa relasyon. It's a mistress, and all that, and all that. But this one is entirely different and more mature. More mature. That was, relasyon was very active. Ishmael Bernal kasi, the great national artist Ishmael Bernal, is hyperactive when he directs. This one is, we're in a cool place, we're in a nice place, just calm it down. And we had to extend it, and then thank God, and thank love for, you know, experiencing it. Yung panaghoy niya is, yung dulo na yung panaghoy niya, yung talking to herself, and, you know, remembering the love. And that's more touching than the death scene itself. Di ba? It's like, I think it's, you know, talking to God, talking to yourself, and thanking love, and thanking all that, you know, thanking this opportunity. And you know what? Nobody knows. The farm is hers. And the farm, Azul gets the farm.
So talk about that singing experience there.
Okay. Sample again. Okay, guys. Thank you. Okay. The song really fits the movie well. So there I was, an empty piece of a shell, minding my own world, without even knowing what love and life were all about. Then you came, you brought me out of the shell, you gave the world to me, and before I knew, there I was, so in love with you. You gave me a reason for my being, and I love what I'm feeling. Diba? Ang ganda. Ang ganda, diba? It's such a beautiful song done by Jim Paredes, Ryan Kebayam, Haba I Can Cite, and sung by Danny Javier. And you heard the voice of Vilma at the end. To do it, we had to push her to do that. Come on, sing again. You know, kissing in the park. Sing again. Yeah, I had to push her to sing duet with me. So, yeah, it worked.
So probably we'll see a new record from you and Vilma.
Maybe Vilma, yes.
Another movie, yes. So this is also a movie about the OFWs, you know, working so hard and sending money to their loved ones. So talk about that, and what was the inspiration behind that?
So I'm actually on the opposite end. I'm not Filipino, as you can see, but my family is born and raised, like my parents are born and raised in Manila. The OFW story came from Wayne.
Well, it actually came from the scriptwriter, but we enhanced it, and since the OFW itself supported us in this movie, the OWA supported us in this movie, so they flew all the way to Japan when we were shooting, and they want to change the script and add their OFW to promote it and for awareness of the OFW abroad. It's like awareness, how much do you have to pay, what's the benefits. So you should pay your annual membership fee because you're gonna get a lot of benefits. So thanks to Arnel Ignacio, he was the one who was initiated this, and it was his idea, and I think it receives a lot of good welcoming from the OFW. So and they're going to do a worldwide screening as well. Yes, worldwide screening. We did 3,000 seating capacity in Philippines, sponsored by OWA. And we are supposed to do another 3,000 seating capacity worldwide. Some in Italy, US, Middle East, and different parts of the world, sponsored by OWA.
So I know, Christopher, you've traveled around the world, and this is not your first time in Los Angeles. So
Yes, can I say something about like the scene where Vilma was explaining about how you should be paying your dues, this contribution. It was the script was done so like a commercial stuff, commercial ad or something of OWA. I just stopped I had to stop the shoot and then just talk to Vilma. Make it like very simple. It's just like you're eating something, you're drinking something. Let it pass by, let it go through, and then go to another subject. Let's not make it really hard sell. Correct. So was it hard sell? No. Thank you.
So my question.
I just want to impound on that. Yeah, thank you very much. That was really hard work of Boyd. He really coached and directed RTV in that OFW because she was a bit conscious earlier when shooting that movie. And I saw it on my own eyes. He stopped the shooting and he went to talk to her to feel relaxed and to convey your message to them better. So you've got to relax. And really, he did all that part to make it happen. Thank you both.
You were saying.
So I was asking about you travel around the world, and I know this is not your first time in LA. So talk about being here in the first Manila International Film Festival and showing your movie to the international stage.
Yeah, this one is a good opportunity for our movie to be shown here in Hollywood. Maybe this is the first step on our quest to show it all over the world. Hopefully, a lot of distributors or a lot of people would enjoy. I think there were showings in Rome and some parts of the world, UAE, Milan, and all that. And we just hope that it will be shown to a lot of Filipinos who will be able to relate and enjoy a movie without stressing out. Who cried here? It's a three handkerchief movie, no? Related. Okay, thank you.
And I'd like to open the floor to questions from the.
Hello, you just watched the Q&A for When I Met You in Tokyo. And of course, it was moderated by none other than Janet Napales. So that you learn a lot of behind the scene things that some trivia about how ATV was, or Vilma Santos was coached. And there's a lot of things there, and I know you guys were so happy. I'm getting texts from the Vilmates and the Vilmanians and thanking PHLV Radio and AlamMoBa. So maraming salamat as well. Now, the last one of the Q&A we're gonna show is Gumbursa. And if you could still try to stay, because it's a 12-minute, I think 15 minutes long, but it would show you the different facet of the three priests and how deep. I was very pleasantly surprised with Enchong D, how he talked about his character as Father Zamora. And then, of course, the best actor in the Philippines on Metro Manila Film Festival, Cedric Juan. The analysis, and of course, Pepe Jokno, who won Best Director in the Philippines. And of course, Gumbursa is one of those that when they first showed it in the Philippines, it really didn't get so much audience simply because it's historical. But when it won second best picture and practically swept all the awards, the technical awards as well as the acting awards in the Philippines, then word of mouth, it gained the audience that it deserved. And likewise here in the US, it gives you a different feeling about what it means to be a Filipino and gives you the Filipino pride. So I think it is best that when you are able to watch Gumbursa, please do so, and watch it with your friends and family, and let's relieve the feeling of being proud to be Pinoy. And just to end, so it's a 15-minute long. It's part 1, part 2, where we put it together. It's a complete version of the Q&A, moderated, of course, by Ruben Napales, and you could tell how well prepared our moderators. They really did a good job. So again, kudos to the couple, Janet and Ruben, for doing a fantastic job, and nobody can do it better other than you. Well researched, excellent questions, and amazing, phenomenal way of doing the Q&A. So without much further ado, the last film we're gonna show the Q&A after the trailer is Gumbursa.
Deben saber el lugar que ocupan. Dejen de promover estas ideas radicales.
Ideas liberales. Ang pinaglalaban natin dito ay ang pagkakapantay-pantay. Igualdad para sa lahat ng tubong Pilipinas. Para los Filipinos. La Iglesia les hemos enseñado a obedecer.
Les enseñan a los indios a creer que son más de aquello para lo que han nacido.
Usapin ito ng kung sinong Espanyol at kung sinong hindi. Ito ba ang justisya ng Espanya? Dahil ninyo ang pinakikinggan! Hindi ba tayong lahat ay nakararanas ng pagmamalupit ng mga fraile? Mga fraile na kung makaasta akala mo sila nagmamayari ng isla sa tayong mga alipin lamang nila.
Panahon ng mawasikan ng liberalismo ang mga fraile, hindi ba?
Nagbabago ng ihip ng hangin. Ano? Sasama ba kayo?
Anong binabalak mo, Pepe?
Viva la revolución! Wala na atrasan to. Okay, mga ma. Maraming sasali sa
Huli nating alagaan ang liwanag ng kanyang kabutihan. Yan natin iaalay ang ating buhay, Pepe. In a way, maging lead siya ang ating pagkamatay.
Para sa naman.
Para sa sarili
Can you share your reactions and thoughts when you first saw that scene, or in Pepe's case, when you were thinking of that scene?
Thank you, Sir Bennett. Thank you again for watching. Actually, this film is a brainchild of Jesuit Communications in Ateneo, and for the longest time they wanted to do a film about these three priests. Originally, it was supposed to be in celebration of the 500 years of the church in the Philippines, which was celebrated in 2021. And so they were looking for directors to make this film about Gumbursa. And to be honest though, when I first came on, not being a particularly religious person, I did ask myself, 500 years of the church, is that something, what's to celebrate there? Because we know in our history that, religion was also used to colonize Philippines, cross and sword. That's what we learned in history class. But when I started to read about the history of the three priests, I began to realize why they were so important and why our heroes, Rizal and Katipunan, had found so much inspiration in them. One of the first things I saw was that the term Filipino had originated from the priests in the secularization movement. It started from them, and it spread throughout society. And when I saw that, I was so inspired to make this film. I said, this is the film that I want to make. It's a film about how this little fire spread. So we see that, yes, even though religion was used to colonize, at the same time, religion is also where we found our identity. We found our identity as Filipinos within the church. And it's not just in the Philippines, but also in Mexico that it happened. In the start of the film, you see that the revolution in Mexico was led by a priest. So that was a light bulb moment for me, and it really informed, I think, what the film is about. Thank you.
And John?
Challenges, so many challenges. I think I just have to repeat the information about Pepe shooting the entire film for 17 days. In Hollywood, it doesn't happen. Our budget is, undefined. No, but challenges for the actors are, if you notice, speaking for myself, I just noticed that my script is basically 80% of it is in Spanish. So we were so fortunate to have a support from when we were shooting the film, that we have our language coach, we have our Jesuits community, we have our historians. Everyone was just supporting each other for us to be equipped when we shoot scenes. So, thank you.
And Cedric, your quick reaction when you were doing that Los Filipinos scene, or when you were watching that moment?
Yeah. From the very first time I read the script, it was like vague for me. The para Los Filipinos, the direct translation of that is for the Filipinos. So it's like when Padre Pedro Pelaez mentoring Padre Jose Burgos, parang sobrang shallow pa for him nung para Los Filipinos. Not until he was the one championing the secularization of the church. So somehow it made sense, lahat ng sinabi ni Padre Pedro Pelaez, na it's not really about the secularization of church. It's not about us being Creole. It's not us about being secular priests. It's really about our color, where we were born. It's really about that. It was really about discrimination. So when I first watched it, tearjerker talaga. Ina yung parang naisip ko na, okay, it's beyond our reach, it's beyond our control. What they fought for, it was really about uniting the Filipino people against the colonization of church. So somehow it's really a identity crisis for the Filipino, and it's still relevant nowadays. Yeah.
For me as a cinematographer, the idea of Los Filipinos was really the brainchild of the look of the film. When Pepe told me that this is the story of the origin of the word Filipinos, I realized that all the characters in the beginning, they were the priests were fighting to become considered as Spaniards, but really in the end, what they realized was they are Filipinos, not Spaniards. So I pitched the idea of the Filipino characters starting from the darkness and then slowly emerging into light. So that was the first idea with the cinematography, was like, okay, we'll put the characters, the Filipinos, in the shadows first, and slowly, as the idea of Los Filipinos trickles down from Pelaez to Burgos to the students to the Criollos and everyone else until the Filipinos, that's when they emerge into the light. So for me, that was really the whole idea of the lighting of the film.
Jane?
Ako, as a producer, this is the 5th time that I've actually seen the full film. And each time I see it, I cry. I really, really do. Ironic that that's your question, but that scene when naiyak ako. when...
Me too. Pepe, what was that one moment that sparked an idea or inspired you to co-write a screenplay and make a film about the three priests?
Well, as I mentioned, it was a brainchild of Jescom, and I'm very, very glad that they decided to do it. Actually, we were supposed to shoot this film in 2020, so we had our first pre-production meeting March 2020, and then a few days later, the lockdown happened, the pandemic, and so for 2 years, the film had been put on hold. But throughout that time, we kept continuing to do research, refining the script, and so when we got the call that the film was going to push through, we were so all overjoyed that it became sort of like a lifeline for many of us. It was the first opportunity to start working again after so many years. And not just that, an opportunity to make a film, do something we love, but also something that was a little bigger, that was a lot bigger than all of us, was an inspiration, definitely.
Thank you. And to the three actors, either in your research for your role or during the film itself, what was the most surprising or interesting thing that you learned about your respective priest characters?
I think it was very clear from the very start that when we were offered with this project, that one of the intentions of the film is to humanize our heroes. We want to be able to be relatable. So if you notice, again speaking for my character, Padre Zamora is a flawed man. As a priest, he likes to gamble, but it's the definition of being human. All of us has light, all of us has darkness, no one is perfect. But what do you do with that? So I think even if after watching the film and you have this connotation that, oh, maybe Padre Zamora is just an accidental hero, I don't think so. I think there is a very particular reason why he was part of the Gumburza. And I always go back to, okay, every priest from Gomez, Burgos, and Zamora, they represent certain people in our society back home in the Philippines wherein not everyone gets justice. You know, Zamora represents those Filipinos who did not even go through a proper process of justice. And let's be honest, there's a lot. And it's also a representation, it's also a way of the film reminding the people that until now it's still happening. So it's sort of like, there's so many meaning towards the film that even the lighting, this film is a light, that could spark many other history films in the future that would benefit our country and us as Filipinos.
A quick round-up, and if you can tell them that we learned that the priest that you played actually had a nervous breakdown. That's why he was like that. If you can tell our moviegoers about it.
On our first screening, someone asked about the process, and I said, because among the three priests, Zamora has the least stories and accounts. So Pepe and I allowed ourselves to have creative license when we were creating the character. And because people were asking, was he really that insane for him not to even react during the time of the garrote? And it was. Based on the accounts, he was almost like a vegetable. And then I had to go through the research, why is that? And then apparently, the main purpose of our brain is to protect ourselves. The moment it faces fear or danger, it has a flight or fight mode. If it doesn't get any results from fighting or flight mode, it would just shut down. So the brain of Zamora just shut down to the point that he's already a vegetable by the time he was being in the garrote scene. So those were like little processes that we were able to uncover.
Cedric, what was the most surprising or interesting thing you've learned about Father Burgos?
When I first read the script, I really dived deeper to the character and also to our history. I think the very first thing I researched was the social classes in the Philippines during the Spanish era, like the Peninsulares, Insulares, the Sangley, the Indio, the Grito. So I was surprised that during that time it happened, and it's still happening right now. Not because of social classes per se, but it's more of where you came from. Like if ever, I mean, I'm talking about us in Philippines. Like if ever you're from Bisaya, there's a negative.
And then I had to go through the research. Why is that? And then apparently, the main purpose of our brain is to protect ourselves. The moment it faces fear or danger, it has a flight or fight mode. If it doesn't get any results from fighting or flight mode, it would just shut down. So the brain of Zamora just shut down to the point that he's already a vegetable by the time he was being in the Garrote Sea. So those were like little processes that we were able to uncover.
Cedric, what was the most surprising or interesting thing you've learned about Father Burgos?
When I first read the script, I really dived deeper to the character and also to our history. I think the very first thing I researched was the social classes in the Philippines during the Spanish era, like the Peninsulares, Insulares, the Sangley, the Indio, the Grito. So I was surprised that during that time it happened, and it's still happening right now. Not because of social classes per se, but it's more of where you came from. Like if ever, I mean, I'm talking about us in Philippines. Like if ever you're from Bisaya, there's a negative connotation among the Tagalogs, and like they will tease each other like, Bisaya naman yun. So there's something wrong about that as Filipinos. So it still happened. So it surprises me that 152 years ago, the discrimination among us, it started from our origin as Filipino, and also the colonial mentality of Filipinos nowadays. And also, I think, aside from social classes, what else? Padre Burgos, he was so intelligent. By the age of 35, he had like 2 masterals, 2 undergrad, 2 masterals, and 3 doctorate. And he was so intelligent. And also, he speaks the language fluently, Latin and also Spanish. Aside from that, these are like the specifics only, but it's more of the significance of our film nowadays. Like basically, what happened to the 3 martyred priests? It was red tagging, it was extrajudicial killing, and it's still happening not just in the Philippines but around the world. So yeah, there.
Thank you, Jane.
Sorry.
Okay.
Can I just say something just quickly about Cedric? You should see Cedric's script, how it was so full of notes about, he didn't just research Burgos or the context of the scene, but he was also researching all the other characters around him. And it came to a point where in between takes, I would listen to Cedric and he would tell me about what was happening or what the context of the scene was. I was learning so much from him. So, super really great job.
Jane, congratulations, and I think all of us, we thank the producers and this team for making a movie like this. I think it's like a cinematic gift to Filipinos and all film lovers all over the world, because it's not every day that we get to see a Filipino movie, a historical movie. And look at now, there's people responded, so congratulations. So talk about were the considerations about being a financial gamble, or you just plunge ahead?
you know, the brainchild of this film is really JESCOM. So the Jesuit Communications Foundation, that's actually housed at the Ateneo de Manila School. We were approached by JESCOM January of 2023. They wrote my boss is Mr. Manuel V. Pangilinan, asking for a bit of financial support. You can imagine the kind of resources that a film like this entails. It's not something that we typically see in the Philippines. And my boss, MVP, wrote me an email and said, please support. And I told him, allow me to meet the priests. And I got to meet Father Ro Atalano and Father Nono Alfonso. And I said, I don't want to just give financial support, right? Because this is the kind of epic film that, must be supported by everyone, must be watched by everyone. And if we can do whatever we can in our power to help make that happen, we will. So we told JESCOM, we want to be a little bit more, we want to give a little bit more, and we want to help. So we've done marketing for it, we're continuing to distribute it. We want as many Filipinos in the Philippines to watch it, especially the students. And very, very soon we're doing our best to make sure that it gets its time here in the US, in the Middle East, in Australia, in Canada. And we really, really hope everyone supports it. Dapat pong panoorin. At kung meron pong konting pagmamahal sa pagiging Pilipino nyo, kung meron po kayong konting natutunan, naiyak ko talaga kasi diba? Meron kayong konting natutunan kung paano kayo naging Pilipino, lalo na kayo, diba? This film did its job.
Look at how the film was founded. This is the first screening. So much screening. Carlos, congratulations too. Because,
thank you, sir.
What were your specific challenges in lighting the film? Because it's mostly candles and lamps, and I think that I think that execution scene was that shot at sunrise or actually sunset?
Okay.
Talk about first of the light, just doing with the lights and the lamps.
Well, the film was very challenging to shoot because we only had 17 days. We had 2 days to shoot the studio, which was the prologue and the epilogue, and the body was 15 days. I shot the 15 days, the 2 days of the prologue and epilogue. I had to be in the US, so it was my camera operator, Ian Marasigan, who shot the 2 days, but he was with me the entire time, so he knew what the idea for film. Anyway, so yeah, it was very challenging first and foremost because when in a period film like this, what are your light sources? First and foremost, you only have the sunlight and then candlelight, and then you cannot have moonlight. So how do you make it interesting? But then, Pepe and I, we worked together about 10 years ago in a film called Above the Clouds with Pepe Smith in Ruro Madrid. We did that film before, so we already have a relationship and we have a process together. And we broke down the film, we talked about every scene. I asked him what he wanted, I tried to understand the story, his vision, and really just, had to find an idea on how to tell the story. And then all the physical challenges of working in these old spaces, which, in the Philippines, we're not big on preserving things. So there were so many things that we couldn't show, things that we had to cover. But we were like, I wanted to challenge myself to show something different to the audience and at the same time for myself. And even the candlelight, the kind of candlelight, I did a little bit of method cinematography kind of thing. For a few weeks in my apartment in LA and my condo in the Philippines, I would just light candles in my place to just observe how light behaved. So, and then I did a few tests on what kind of lights to use. And then did the tests and then trained my eye to just see how candlelight behaved. And then, we were lucky to have a camera that could that could capture the darkness and the extreme brightness in one frame. And so we were lucky that the technology allowed us to do that. But it was really great to do that and to play around with light and to create a world which existed at a time wherein the Filipinos had this life.
Bravo to Filipino creativity then, because in Hollywood, a movie like this would take maybe a year to make. So imagine in 17 days. So unfortunately, we only have time.
So there you go. You watched Manila International Film Festival. As always, kudos to the board of directors, as well as the Manila International Film Festival team for 2024. Congratulations! It was well executed. It was so amazingly wonderful. It's not a perfect festival, but in any event, we don't really look for perfection. I always tell people, leave perfection to God. All we could do is really do excellence. And in my book, this event, the MIFF 2024, did that. So again, congratulations to everybody who were part, the volunteers, the media, and everybody who was involved in front and behind the scene. Magandang simula. This is a new beginning, and hopefully to see everybody again next year for the MIFF 2025. Looking forward to more films, as like what Janet and Ruben said. Let's echo, let's watch Filipino movies, let's celebrate Filipino movies, and try to support as much as you can when you have the time. And with that, maraming salamat for watching, and I know there's some more people who are watching with us. It's been the first part was last week was like 3 hours, and now it's 2 and 30 minutes. But at least you got the whole complete picture if you were not part of it, simply because you're not in LA, or your schedule didn't allow you to be able to be part of the MIFF 2024. At least you through our show, to our small gesture, you were able to capture the whole essence, the whole idea of what took place from the festival, from the films that were reviewed, the in-depth Q&A, as well as the happenings and who won and the controversy that surrounds that. At the end of the day, let's celebrate being Filipino. Let's enjoy the Filipino movies and tangkilikin ang pelikulang Pilipino, because this is our very own, and this is what we need in this day and age. And with that, looking forward to seeing you next week with a brand new show, and we have some more guests lined up until March. So please do watch again. Maraming salamat for the support and for always watching AlamMoBa. And tomorrow we have another show with Dear Kuya Josh. It's at 10 p.m. here in the Pacific, and in the Philippines it's Sunday at 2 o'clock. So that being said, I wish you all the best, and whatever is left of your weekend, please do be safe, and God bless us all for next week. As always, before I end any show, I always tell people to be kind. You can never go wrong with kindness. And any act of kindness that you do to people, it will come back to you. It's guaranteed. It will come back to you in so many ways, in different forms, in different situations, with different people. And that's a guarantee. And just hold on to that. So with that, God bless us all. You have a wonderful week next week. I know I was told it's going to rain again starting Sunday up to Wednesday in the Pacific or in California. So please be safe and see you again. Thank you, and again, good night, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Bye-bye, everybody.